Hey guys, it's 5:30 in the morning and it's Beautycon day. It just hit me that I'm meeting Jessie. I'm shaking and I feel like I'm gonna throw up. But it's okay. Hey guys, so I'm currently in the process of doing my makeup and that kind of stuff. And I'm so excited. I can't believe it. Like, I tried to do this for months and then I won tickets and now it's happening. I'll update you guys later. Alright, I think I'm done with my makeup. I need to put on this choker. And then we're all set to go. And then I'll show you guys like an outfit of the day kind of thing. It's really basic. Just like me, so like what's new? Help me, I'm like actually so nauseous right now. Like, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Like, low-key though. I'm finally getting to meet Jessie, and I'm gonna meet people, and I'm gonna hopefully meet others. It's a good, exciting day, and I'm scared. Because my biggest fear in the world is looking terrible in a picture with my idol. So, like, let's hope that doesn't happen. Yeah. Alright, here is my outfit of the day. I have this choker from Urban, this dress from Rue 21, and just these like knockoff Toms. Yeah. I'm so excited. We're leaving in 10 minutes.
But anyway, 1.9 miles, you're going to take exit 13.
Drop it out. I saw the mall trying to blow him like harmonicas. He called me queen, you know Nicki is the
Thank you! Gabby! I needed me! Woo! Thank you, Gabby! Thank you, Gabby! Oh my god, please! Her girl. Gabby, can you say hi to my vlog real quick? Hi! Thank you! Ooh, this is so cute! Take a picture! It's Chloe. We're here at Beautycon. So much fun. Hi.
Oh, you're so sweet.
What am I bad? Wait, what's the noise? Yeah, I know. That's like podcasts in my life. I'm not creative. This is why I own a bakery account and not an account. I'm trying to think. Yes, that's what's the one. Okay, I can do that. Smoke. Want to go first? No, I'll go first. Oh, yes, of course. So much just happened. I need to like film a sit-down video. I met Jessie like a few minutes ago and I'm still not okay. There's like a half hour left, but we'll manage.
Still be happy, and I meet people every day that tell me like, you getting hate and seeing me thrive in school and helps me get through bullying. And honestly, like, I like it that way. I like that I get hate and I can be confident and happy instead of just getting all love and life is all peaches, because that's not how life is for you guys, for your real lives. I want to lead by example. So haters are my friends.
Yes, Wayne!
Alright, first of all, we didn't even get through the full intro. You guys really like Lauren, huh?
Hey guys, it's like 9 at night and I just got home from Beautycon and I'm gonna do a sit down later.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Jess and welcome back to the Internet Flops. So this week is like random week. So anyway, this week I decided to film a Beautycon New York 2017 experience, if you couldn't tell by my hat that I'm in love with. So I'm just kind of gonna hop into this video. I'll include videos, pictures, everything. Yeah, this is gonna be a little vlog too, because I vlogged a little bit of it, so like there'll be clips in here. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. So I woke up at like 6:30 in the morning because we had to leave my house at somewhere between 7:30 and 8 to get to New York because I live about 2 hours from Brooklyn. And I was just I like couldn't even eat breakfast. I ate like a little bit of cereal and I ate nothing until like 9 o'clock at night just because I was so excited and so nervous, and like I think you feel. I got to Brooklyn, I got to the cruise terminal at about 10:15 and I waited in the general admission line until about 11:45. And when I got there at 10:15, I thought that the line was like kind of long, but like little did I know that that was like nobody. There were like 200 people in front of me and the line went like back, like here was the convention center And then what it did was like there was a line and then a gate, so it went around the line and back into this like really far parking lot. It was far away. So I made some friends in line, and I was going to be meeting up with some friends at the convention itself. So I got in at 11:45ish, and I just started walking around. It was so cool. As soon as you stepped in, the social lounge was over to your right. So like the social lounge was for people who paid like $250 to have like an actual meetup with creators like Jessie Page, Nikki and Gabby, Tana Mojo, Tila and Sierra. Like they actually they paid the money to go and have those meetups. So that was over towards your right with a little black barricade, and then over more to your left was a little shop and these like unicorns that were like chalkboards, so you could like write on them. It was so cool. And so I walked around and I met up with one of my friends. Her name's Merjan, and oh my god, she's like the sweetest and the cutest little thing. I'll insert a picture in here somewhere. I love her so much. I miss her a lot, and I really hope I get to meet her again. She's so amazing. And I met up with her. I met up with another one of my friends, Alexis. We hung out for a few minutes, but I spent most of the day with Merjan. And so we just started walking around. We went back to the pink carpet, which was in the second room. There were 3 rooms. There was the first room where like the social lounge was. Then you went kind of into the second room where the pink carpet was in the back, which is where they do all the interviews with the creators. And then you had to like walk outside and go into this third room, which was a warehouse where the main stage was, and there were like booths in every single room. So we went over to the pink carpet and we saw a couple of people pop their heads out, like Tila and Tana and them, and every time you heard a big scream, you knew that Tana was around. So skipping forward to where we actually got to like meet people and where everything really began. When we saw Tana go out on the pink carpet, Merjan turned to me and she was like, "Isn't she going to the social lounge right now?" So we just like, we booked it to the social lounge. We sprinted over to like this black barricade, and it was on the very far side from the barricade was Jessie Page and Jack Barron having their meetup, then Sierra and Tila, and then the one that was closest to the barricade was completely blank because Tana was going there. So we ran up to this like black wood block barricade. We got right into the front of the barricade, and Tana walked out, and we were screaming at her. We were like, "Tana, Tana!" And we were like waving, and she waved back to us. And then we kind of like cut our way over to a little corner of the barricade. And when Tana actually started her meetup, she came over and she was talking to us. Oh my god, her and Merjan talking was so cute. Oh my god, my heart. So I didn't get an actual like a selfie with Tana, but like I kind of met her. So like, yeah. So after that, Amari and Isabella, and then they were there too. So Isabella came over and I got a picture with her. That was so much fun. We hung around there for about another half hour-ish. We would call us like Sierra and Tila and Jessie. Jessie would turn over and look at us, and Sierra and Tila, eventually they came over, and I didn't get a picture with Tila, but I got to meet Sierra. I kind of like lost track of where they went, and I just kind of went back to Tana's meetup because I thought, oh, maybe they'll be there. And they weren't there, and she started texting me, and she was like, Jessie's at the pink carpet. She's at the pink carpet. And I don't think I've ever ran so fast in my entire life. Like, literally, Usain Bolt, who? I just booked it. I was like, I had to sprint. And there was a lot of traffic between, like, the first and second room. And I think I pushed someone. I had to get to Jessie, because I'd seen her all the way across the room, but like she was gonna be right there. So I got to the pink carpet a little bit late. She was doing an interview on it, and everybody was kind of standing to the right of where the interview was being held, because right after the interview they would kind of walk over and the the creator would like meet whoever was there. And I was kind of on the left-hand side of where the big clump of people was. And I was like right in front of where Jessie was being interviewed. Like she was, no joke, like 5 feet in front of me. And there was nobody blocking me and her. And I just kind of like stood there and I was like she was real. What? Jessie Page is a real human. Like, what? After that, I tried to get into like the clump because Jessie had moved on into where the clump of people were, to the right of where her interview was. And people were meeting her and she was taking selfies and it was so, so, so cute. She's so pure. Name a more pure person. Pure, more pure. Grammar. Wee woo, grammar please. So I was on the way back and I knew I wasn't really going to be able to get to her and get a picture or anything or say hi. But Merjan and who she was with, they were in the front and she saw that I was all the way in the back and she said, "Did you know that Jessie Page Goals is here?" And Jessie literally, she popped her head up and she was like, "Oh my gosh, where?" And I kind of waved at her. I was like, "Hey!" And she reached her arm out to me all the way in the back. And I just grabbed a hold of her, like her hand or her, and she like grabbed my arm. And she was like, hi, I promise you that I will meet you. I promise you that I'll see you again. We're gonna meet up. And I literally, my heart just like exploded. Like she reached out to me in the back. Nobody else grabbed a hold of her hand, just me. And she was like, hi, how are you? I promise you that we're gonna meet. Like, and I was like, oh my God. Like, it was like literally like 10 seconds. But that was so, like, did she do that? She did that. What? I like literally, tears were in my eyes. I have never teared up or ever cried when I was meeting somebody. And that 10 seconds literally had me tear up. So after that, Nikki and Gabby were on the pink carpet. So we stayed there and we got pictures and videos with Nikki and Gabby. And I personally got to like meet Gabby. She came over to me. And I got a picture and a video with her. And then after that, she just like stood with me and she stopped and she was like, have you like tanned recently? And I was like, no. And she was like, well, were you in the sun recently? And I was like, no. And I thought what she meant was that like my face was red because I get like that. But she was, and I was like, no, I haven't. And she was like, gosh, I would kill for your skin. I want your skin. And I was like, did Gabby DiMartino just tell me she wants my skin? Like, she's a flawless human being. She's beautiful. Who am I? After that, it was about 2:40, 2:45-ish, and Jessie was having a meetup in the 3rd room for general admission people at 3 o'clock. So I decided to go over there, and we, on the booth right next to where Jessie was going to be, Chloe Lukasiak from Dance Moms was in there. So we waited in line. I got like 5 to 10 seconds to meet with Chloe. She was so beautiful. Oh my gosh. She's gorgeous and so sweet. So I met Chloe, and after that I went to go and meet Jessie. And this is where it becomes like a big story time. So I went over with the friends that I had with me and we waited in line. We were kind of like towards the middle backish area of the line to meet Jessie. And I was in line and we were just talking, you know, and Amira, Jessie's friend, and Jessie's mom were kind of like to the right of where Jessie was having her meetup. She was like, she had her meetup like here, and they were like right here, kind of like past a rope. And I had seen them, but I figured I would just talk to them afterwards, you know. And so I was standing in line and I saw them talking like this, and then they'd kind of look over at me and continue talking and be like, blah, blah, blah. And then they'd turn their head again. And then when Amira turned her head, I just kind of waved at her like, hi, and she started walking over to me, and it just went, like, it looked like she was walking in slow motion because I was like, what is happening? So her and Jesse's mom walked over to me, and Amira came up to me first, and she goes, are you Jessie Page Goals? And literally, I think I stopped functioning for like 2 seconds. I just went, yeah. Like, what? They knew who I was. I still can't process that. I think that was honestly the most insane moment of my entire life. They were over there, saw me in line, and they were like, that's her. And they came over and they were like, what? And I was like, yeah, I am. Hi. And I talked with them for a while. I talked with Amira about like a bunch of stuff. I talked with her mom. They were both so sweet. And oh my gosh, I like couldn't believe it. I got pictures and a video with Amira. She was so sweet and so beautiful. And like, oh my gosh. And then Jesse's mom said hi and she gave me a hug. And she had messaged me the night before on Instagram because I had posted a few days earlier that Izzy needed her general admission ticket because she didn't get one before they sold out, but she couldn't find a ride, so sadly she couldn't go. And she was talking to me and she was like, I had an extra general admission ticket, and I was like, oh, that was for my friend Izzy, but she couldn't find a ride, so blah, blah, blah. And she was like, well, that's okay. You did have a ride, right? Like, you got, and I was like, yeah. And I talked to them about how I, like, got my general admission ticket, like, the day before they sold out because I won a giveaway and I got 2 general admission tickets from Jessie because of it. And I gave them to my aunt and my mom because I needed, like, somebody to drive me. And I bought myself my general admission ticket, like, 12 hours before they sold out. And I was telling her this, and she was like, oh, like, thank God, like, we were so happy that you could make it. And I was like, what? But we were just talking, like, Amira was just talking about, like, her height and how tall I am, she is, Jessie is. And we were just, like, talking about, like, heels for a while. And we just talked about, like, Jessie and Beautycon and, how they were, like, I was like, oh, so, like, how long are you guys gonna be here in, like, the area? And they were like, few hours. We're heading out on a plane after this to go somewhere else. And I was like, my heart. They were so sweet and so kind, and they just kind of, like, stood with us until I went up to go and meet Jessie. I think I talked to them for about, like, 5-ish minutes. Oh, I can't believe that actually happened. I got to go first to meet Jessie, and God bless Merjan. She took a video of me and Jessie meeting, and I don't think I've ever been, like, so happy in my entire life. I will be sure to insert the video. So she saw me and she just she opened her arms and she was like, hi! And I just ran up to her and I gave her the biggest hug. She's so beautiful. And I told her, I was like, my heart is racing. And she was like, oh my God, you're so sweet. So we were just talking and both asked at the exact same time, so how are you liking Beautycon? And I was like, and she was like, and we were just talking about, like, Beautycon for a while, and eventually she was like, oh, and I was like, oh, so, can we do a pose? And she was like, yes, of course, like, do however many you want. And we did our first pose, and after that she was like, okay, do another one. And I was like, this one's all on you. This one, you get to choose this time. And I was like, this is why I own a meet and greet account and not an edit account. And I made her laugh. I made Jessie Page laugh. What a concept. She was talking to the guy who was helping out there, and she was like, okay, give us a pose. And he was like, and he told us to do the guns pose, like the Charlie's Angels one. So we did that, and then we just did a hugging picture, and then we just talked a little bit after that about tour and how, and she told me, she was like, I love your account, I go on it all the time. And I was like, really? And she was like, yes, like I live on your account. And I was like, what? Yeah. And we were just talking about literally a bunch of different things, and I brought up tour, and I was like, oh, like, if you ever go on tour, blah, 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 and she was like, I don't know what's happening, like, I don't know if it's gonna be girls' night in, or my own tour, or what. And I was like, just come to, like, the Philly area, because then I can see you again. And she was like, I am going to try my very hardest to go to Philly. And I was like, an angel. So afterwards, I waited for everybody else to meet her, and I had written her a letter, written, grammar, wee woo, but I had forgotten to give it to her, so I walked up to her mom and I was like, oh, I meant to give this to her, can you be sure that she gets it? And she was like, yeah, of course. That was me meeting Jessie Page, and I'm just like totally blanking on like all the stuff that she said and everything. I don't think I've ever been so happy in my entire life. Oh, here I go. I'm gonna cry. It's literally been like 19 hours since I met her, and I'm already miss it so much. Like, Lord help me, please. After that, we all just kind of left and we said bye, and I hugged her again, and we went, and I went over to, we just kind of walked away, walked around, and we walked past again, and we were like, hi, Jessie, like a few minutes later, and she was like, hi, guys. So after that, I met up with my mom, and I watched, we watched who was on stage. Tana and Dove and a couple of people were on the main stage, and when they left, they kind of went back into this like back curtain area behind the main stage. And afterwards, I felt so bad for Tana, because Tana kept getting mobbed everywhere she went. And it wasn't like a small mob, it was like a huge mob that like wouldn't leave her. And she's such a pure and beautiful person. Like, she loves her fans so much. Like, during her meetup in the social lounge, her security and people there were telling her, like, you need to do your meetup. And she was like, these people are my fans too. Like, I need to meet them. And that's how she is. Like, she was just taking pictures with everybody because she loves them so much. And I felt so bad for her that she was getting mobbed, but like, she was so sweet. So Tana had waved to me again because I was the first person to see her behind the black curtain before she was coming out, and I was like, Tana! And she was like, hi! And I was like, oh, Tana! So after that, the next person to go on the main stage was Lauren from Fifth Harmony, and I'm literally like the biggest Lauren stan. I love her. So I watched her on the main stage. She was so beautiful, and she was like 30 feet in front of me. Like, what? So after that, after Lauren was done, I just kind of walked around on my own. I went to a couple of the booths, like took a couple of pictures, you know. And then the last thing I did, it was like 5:45 and Beautycon ended at 6. And Candy Johnson was having a little meetup, and I went over to her. I met her and I got a picture, and she told me, she like literally stopped me and she was like, your eyes are beautiful. And I was like, thank you. That was really my Beautycon experience. We left at like 6 and we got home at like 8 or 9. And I don't know, I've never been so happy in my entire life. And I literally, I told my mom about everything that happened at the Jessie meet and greet. And she, oh my god, she was so happy, and I was like, oh. And my mom and my aunt had a lot of fun too, and I asked them, I was like, can we go next year? And she was like, I loved it so much, like, yes, we can go next year. And I was like, she told me that if Jessie comes on tour around here that we can go and see her, and I'm praying, hey Jessie, if you see this, come back to like the Philly area. Yeah, that was completely insane and surreal, and I can't believe it. I can't believe that that happened. The whole, like, Jessie, Amira, and Jessie's mom thing, I can't believe that that actually happened. Like, they were all so nice to me, and I can't thank them enough. They were so sweet, and I would love to meet them again. That was my Beautycon New York City 2017 experience. If you guys did like it, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Thumbs are cool, not toes. I'm not wearing shoes, and I can see my toes, but I like my thumbs better. So yeah, leave a comment down below who you would want to see at Beautycon New York City 2018. That's fun. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that red button. It's somewhere. I don't quite remember, and I'm too lazy to check, but be sure to click it. And yeah, that is it for this video. I love you guys so much, and I hope you all have an amazing day, an amazing week, an amazing month, an amazing year, an amazing life. Love you guys so much. Never forget that, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.
I also think I totally forgot to say it, but when I met Jessie's mom, she was telling me, she was asking me like, oh, did you get a ride? Blah, 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 because she said, we wanted to make sure that you got here okay. And when I met Jessie, we were talking about BeautyCon, and she kind of like whispered to me, we just really wanted to make sure that you could come. Like, my everything got me tickets to meet her. When will your fave ever? Like, name a better person than Jessie Page. Like, yeah. Yeah, I think I forgot a lot of stuff that I left out in this video, but it's okay.
I also totally forgot to mention this, and I told myself I was going to mention it. So right after the thing that happened at the pink carpet with Jessie, she DM'd me, and she said, I'll make sure I find you. And I was like, what boy? And then after BeautyCon, like around like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock when it ended, she DM'd me and she said, you mean so much to me, thank you. Like, when will your fave ever? And also, I meant to say it in this video, I did not mean to intend to brag or anything at all in this video. This was just an experience, and I'm so thankful for it, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So yeah, this is the end. Here we go. Bye, guys.